Over the weekend, Gary Owen posted a picture of himself in the green room at one of his comedy shows wearing a shirt with the definition of breadwinner on it. The shirt must have sparked some emotion in his estranged wife, Kenya Duke, as she took to the picture to create her own post to let everyone know that while it seems like Gary has been living his life, that hasn't exactly been the case behind the scenes. In the post, Duke said, "This is what it is after 23 years of being the only one to have your back 100% of the time. Wow, the new you is a mofo. Do you even recognize right anymore? You've shown a lack of care for me, maintaining the financial stability and sole emotional support for our kids. I am the only person that has always protected you, and you treat me like this. Says more about your character than any of your antics." Now, as you may know, Duke filed for a divorce from the comedian back in March of 2021. And just a few weeks ago, it was reported that she requested $44,000 a month in spousal support, according to TMZ. Today on the show, we have our very special guest, comedian Vanessa Fraction, along with comedy hype analyst Capone calling in and Pierre in the studio. And we have to ask the question, do you agree with Kenya's use of social media to respond to Gary? Pierre, I'm gonna start with you. What are your thoughts? Do you agree with this way of doing it?
Hell yeah. If you live your life in the media, they had a reality show, they put all their business out front all the time, at least what we think it is, and she's obviously hurt. Now, you know, the shirt with the breadwinner, if that was a stab at her, he posted that picture, so she has a right to, you know, stab back. Let the stabbing begin, you know.
Little low blow, little low blow.
Low as you need to go.
Now, Vanessa, what are your thoughts on that? Do you agree with it?
Do I have to say agree or disagree right off? I feel like I do agree with you, Pierre, that when you have that open, I've been on a reality show, I've done this and that your relationship becomes kind of a public speaking piece. But when it comes to you actually being in something as personal, as serious as a divorce and you have children involved, I think it might be best to hold your tongue until you can kind of process things a bit more, don't do the back and forth. Actually, your court documents are being reported because of your celebrity status, because you were on these things, you know what I mean? So now I know, oh, he was dropping 44 in the bank account every month. Right. Oh, for real? Oh, he gonna have to pay that paper. So I have my entertainment, you know what I'm saying, which is all that I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as that post went, I was just here for them hashtags. Honey said, don't be late for the court date, Gary.
And I definitely want to get into that.
Best to be on time.
Before we dive into that, you know, more in that caption, Capone, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't think she should have went to social media. Making each other look bad it's already a bad situation for the kids, family members. I mean, they've been together a long time. And I know it's separating. For a lot of this is going through what it's going through because of the race situation. And people are not really saying it right now. Gary's a white guy, has a black wife. And of course, the white people are eating it up. Yeah, you should have never been with her. And we told you this. And the black guys are saying the same thing. Well, this is what you get when you think you got a good husband and all that. So it's a lot deeper than that. Now, I don't think she should have took it to the media at all.
Okay, but ain't Melinda and Bill getting divorced? And that's high profile. Like they've had a reality show, so it's high profile. So we're gonna speak about it. I don't believe, I guess within our own community or microcosm, I don't know, that maybe it's a race thing. To me, it's a divorce thing.
But it's always been about race with him. I got the black wife, I can go to the birthday party, the cookouts and shit, you know, so it's all been about that. So why are we making a big deal of it now? Now it's like, oh shit, it's always been about that.
And I mean, she kind of hints at it in her caption as well, which is it has been a big conversation with their relationship, because you know when they did the skit with the N-word, there was a lot of people that kind of felt some type of way. And in her caption, she states, and I quote, "I guess we were useful when your content was needed." So for her, you know, she kind of feels like, you know, now you're kind of walking away from our situation, and it's like, well, we were useful back then, but what about now?
Yeah, but they built it. They built it together. They built all of that shit together. Okay. Now all of a sudden she's waking up realizing she's sleeping with the enemy. I guess, you know, the person she don't know. She's like, I didn't know you were like that. Nigga, come on.
Come on
years,
now. I'm about to say now. I know. I'm just saying.
You should know who you
know who you married to. You know who you in the bed with. You like, you're not a good person. Well, this isn't the first time you've seen him not be a good person, and there's no need to splatter that as Capone has said before that it's never good when there's children and family members and all this involved. I think that the way that I had seen her, because like she said, I ain't said nothing in all these years.
Right.
So keep that up.
Right.
Keep that up. Stay with the class and let us do the rest. You know what I'm saying?
Capone, what are your thoughts on that? Especially her mentioning in the caption. You know, I know you spoke on the race thing. She kind of hinted at that in her caption. What are your thoughts?
Well, as you can tell, that has not been the first time that this subject has came up in their marriage. For somebody to make that strong type of statement, she feels like she's a black woman that was being used. Everybody knows Kenya is a very, very powerful woman, and she's always been that way, even before Gary. And when they got together, you know, it was a good thing, but she helped his career out a lot with, you know, subject of matter. And now that the divorce is going around and she's saying what she's saying, it to me is not a surprise that she's been wanting to say this type of stuff, but saving his career or saving faith, she never mentioned it.
And she's an actress. I mean, I know her from the comedy world. She's booked a comedy club, like I said before. She's an intelligent woman. And she's a hard worker, and she's a pusher. If you in her corner, she knows make moves to make. And she did help his career go to the level it's at. Trust me, it wasn't just because of him.
Right.
But at the same token, I think now it's just a woman who feels hurt.
Right.
And she's explaining, you know, all the professionalism's gone now. It's all about the hurt now. Let's be real. She's telling how she feels, so she's putting it out on the table. You know, you've seen a woman who is hurt, black, white, whatever color she wants. It's a wife that's hurt. And the fact is kind of surprising that he hasn't seen his daughter in 6 months and his son in 5 months. Well, hold on. Everybody's talking about the kids. Well, he don't care about the kids. He ain't seen the kids. So you want me to worry about the kids? Put it out on the table. Shit.
Can I say that?
No, yeah.
And I don't know if I did say, but I do, like as he said, I don't know Kenya, you know, from the comedy world or whatever, but I do enjoy a very well-written letter. And if I ever needed a letter written, Kenya, let me tell you, that was very to the point, poignant, and stabby, and professional.
It was.
And just, so I just think that for me, the more I heard, like I knew enough when you said about when the statement that you had to write to the courts came out. Right. So for you to start going to his level, as you say, if you married a scummy man, you know about that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to seep to those levels. Show your children a better response. You know what I mean? And yes, it is hard when the whole world only has this one opinion or narrative, but also him wearing that breadwinner shirt in the green room didn't trigger me. It didn't probably trigger the average person. They were like, all right, cat daddy, you know what I mean? And take pride in taking care of your family. And if it would have come out that he actually wasn't taking care of his family, then we again, as a community, could have blazed you up. But when you go back and forth, it kind of just, I just think you should take some time because you're, again, operating out of hurt. And it's hard when, it's just hard.
A woman scorned, has no fury, and what is that word?
Yeah. So I guess my next question is, like, is using social media even a tactful thing? Because I feel like a lot of people do it. A lot of people, when they have an issue, they bring it straight to social media. It's like, I got to tell the world. So is it even a useful tactic?
If you use social media to put yourself another level, it is what it is. At that point, you can use it for everything else. What we gonna play a little game like only when it's good we show social media. When it ain't good, we don't show it. It is what it is. This ain't a private person that's been put out there in social media. These are the people who live in the public eye. They had a reality show. They put all this stuff. They tweet. He tweets all the time. I guess. I'm quite sure he does. You know what I'm saying? He tweets that shirt. So I wouldn't know about that shirt. How did I know about that shirt?
Because he put it on there, right?
Okay, so he's living online, and she's living online. So that's what it is. Online. Give me some popcorn. I ain't going through nothing bad.
What are you?
I will say the court of public opinion is very strong, but I take, what's the word? Anyway, I feel like you should slow down because there's a difference between my social behavior and my very, very private behavior. My marriage, even though I've put it out there, it still has some very, very private elements to it. And so this might be the time that I take a break, even go, hey, look, I'm taking a social media break because I have some very personal things going on. Then we all like, ooh, we waiting for you to come back. I'm not saying don't use social media to your advantage, but when you're truly hurt from the inside, that's what I hate, when people crying and picking up the phone. Somebody come get their phone. Like, that is not the time. Gather yourself
Right.
and then tell me the things socially that you would. Don't tell me your deepest private diary thoughts. Do the things that are socially. Again, I saw your paperwork. It was, it's available to the public. So I didn't need you to double down with your anger and y'all's personal business more than I needed, because it got boring after a minute. You ain't paid the lawn care guy. You ain't paid the pool. You ain't paid we get it. He ain't doing what he's supposed to do in your eyes. So I just think that there's a better way to use it.
And Capone, lastly, what about you? Do you think social media is even a tactful thing to use?
I think it's tacky, because just as somebody might be spilling their heart out on social media, they also some people that lie. And lying can hurt a person just as much as trying to tell the truth. I mean, whatever your divorce is or whatever you're going through in life, I've seen women on social media, oh, me and Bay on vacation, and we doing this, we doing that, and then 10 days later, God, please take this pain away for Jesus. He wasn't right for me. So come on, man. People they doing it for attention. And if it's that serious of a problem, do it the old-fashioned way. Let the courts handle what they're supposed to handle. 9 times out of 10, she's kind of helping his career again.
Which in turn helps her. That's a bigger check.
She said the old new. She said, is it new you now?
The new you is a mofo.
But I think the new you was the old you.
The new you is the old you?
It was you.
Sometimes it take a little while for it to all come out. But this was you.
Yeah, well, I definitely wish them the best, as they get closer to their court date and things continue to unfold. I do hope that there's some type of reconciliation. And Gary, if you ain't seen your kids, just go see your kids. Just see your kids. Well, you heard from us. Now we want to hear from you in the comments below. Do you agree with Kenya's use of social media to respond to Gary? For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
Protect Black culture.